Hello, welcome back to my channel. We are back at it again with another Amberlynn read reaction. To start off with, The Elephant in the Room. I have not posted in like 2 weeks, and I want to begin by saying I apologize for not informing you guys. Yeah, not cool on my part. I think I just, real talk, not an excuse as Amberlynn would like to say, but an explanation. After my year, as you know, I finished my first year of medical school. I think I just got very burnt out and I went straight into my internship, and it's been a lot, and it's also just fucking hot here, y'all. But that's not it. But it also just is fucking hot here. But yeah, I really just got burnt out. I'm currently still very burnt out. I have not been doing great mentally, not for any specific reason. Nothing has happened in my life. I'm just not doing well mentally at the moment, and that's okay. I'm trying to work on that. I'm trying to give myself some grace, allow myself to rest. I think I'm a little bit depressed right now, and I think that's part of the burnout that happens to me sometimes. I don't know if it's like an ADHD, autistic, neurodivergent thing, but sometimes like I get so hyper focused on things like, school, and then when it kind of ends, I kind of go through a low. I go through like a depressive state. Because like right now it's just, yes, I'm doing an internship, but it's not like something that's like truly, not that it's not piquing my interest. By the way, I'm also, last time I talked to you guys, I was thinking I was gonna do an orthopedic surgery internship. I actually ended up not doing that. I am doing a general surgery internship, which is really interesting. I've seen some really cool surgeries, um, blah, blah, blah. But, and it's like, I love it. I love surgery. I'm learning a lot. I love the doctor that I'm interning with. But, yeah, I'm also just kind of like on a low. And I think part of it is because I don't have any impending thing that I have to study for or do, or like anything that I'm preparing for in the moment. And so it feels, my dopamine is like very low. And that's just the reality of the neurodivergency, disorders that I have. I go through those things when I don't have dopamine rushes. Um, but it's okay. We're working on it. I'm also just trying to like get myself in a healthier space, like health wise, as well as mentally, because obviously, like this year, I really let go of my health. I haven't been as active. I've gained weight, obviously, which is like, it's fine. Like, weight is weight. Who gives a fuck? But when the weight starts affecting your mental health, you gotta start doing something, or like your physical health, which, like, for me, it's not affecting my physical health, but it is affecting my mental health. So I'm really trying to like focus on like feeling better in my body, getting more movement into my body. Yeah, just I'm working on a lot of things right now. I'm in a weird, state right now. I leave in a month for the US. I'm so excited. Obviously, the US is terrifying in a lot of ways, and it's only getting more terrifying if we're being honest. But I'm so excited to see my family and friends and just be home. And, there's some comforts of the US that I miss that I don't have here in Romania. Primarily the food, which I know y'all are probably like, ew, what? The food quality in the US, not great. But you will not get the food, the like ability to access every type of food that you could dream of like you can in the US. That's something that I miss being in Romania. There's certain foods that I crave that I just can't get. Like, we have a Thai place here, and everyone's like, oh my god, it's so good. So I'm like, y'all, it's not good. Because I'm used to going to like actual Thai places in the US where it's like, you got a lady from Thailand or a man from Thailand making Thai food, and that shit is like, it hits different, and it's like that for like every cuisine you can think of, right? And it's just here, it's just like, I'm sorry, Europe might have like a supremacy issue with the US, which it very much does, but Europe cannot touch on the amount, like the extensive options you have for food, um, like in America. Sorry, don't hate the player, hate the game. Um, Now, if we could just bring the food quality to the European standard into America, I'd be very happy. I'm also excited to be able to partake in gardening activities, if we know what I mean. And also getting back on medication for my ADHD. I have been raw dogging that shit for the past year. Again, in med school, y'all makes me want to blow something out. You know what I mean? It's been difficult. I don't recommend if you have ADHD and you are entering med school or any graduate level school or any undergraduate level school to attempt to do that unmedicated. It's, I think for some people, sure, you can do it. Not me. I ain't the girl. I got, what do you call it? Combined type ADHD, and y'all, when I got diagnosed again the second time, re-diagnosed, it's not really re-diagnosed, but like confirmed diagnosed as an adult, they were like, girl, how did you make it through school? And I was like, I don't know. I did it though. Honestly, it was autism that helped me. But they were like, damn, like that's crazy. But anyways, don't raw dog ADHD or any of your mental health issues. Take your medications, okay? Do it for yourself, do it for your future. Don't think that you can just, you know, raw dog it, because you can't. So I'm excited to meet with my therapist or psychologist back in the US, get on ADHD meds while I'm there, and I'm working with my landlord right now. We think we found a psychologist here that might be able to get me medication. It's very difficult in Romania to do that. So that's why I've been raw dogging it. It has not been a choice, let me tell you. But yes. Do I have any other updates? I've also been studying the USMLE for step one. The biochemistry part is going well. Things are sticking. Things are making sense. Yeah, it's been good. It's also, like I said, very hot here. I go outside and immediately sweat. I also don't have AC. I don't even have a fan here. I'm really building up my tolerance to heat, which, like, that's an important thing to do, I guess. And that's also something I'm very excited about the US. I'm gonna go into any building or house and it's gonna be freezing fucking cold, which you don't have that so much here. But anyways, is that all I have? Yes, once again, my deepest apologies for not telling you guys, honestly, so many times in the past 2 weeks. I'm like, I should write a post, and I just like, bro, I haven't been able to do it, which is so stupid because it literally takes 2 seconds. And I've talked about this in regards to Amberlynn not doing it. And like, I think it's very inconsiderate. So I really do apologize for it. But I genuinely just like, I could barely even just like exist days. Like there's days where like on the weekends, I could like not get out of bed. And that's just the reality of it. So I'm pulling myself out. We're trying to get shit going on, and we're gonna start by watching Amberlynn read. Now, I have been keeping up with her, obviously. Also, it's been hard because the ankle, unfortunately, his father passed away. They have a tumultuous relationship, apparently. He's talked about it a little bit. But nonetheless, whether you have good relations or bad relations with your parents, losing a parent is very difficult. And the ankle's young, you know. I think he's like 28. So, or 27. I don't know. I'm pretty sure he's 28. So, yeah, that would be very difficult losing a parent at that age. Again, whether you have a good or a bad relationship with them, you're losing a parent. So I hope he's doing okay. But I've had to substitute my watchings with Under the Hood, which, you know, Mr. Snowflake I'm gonna watch anyways, but now I just go to him. Also, I watched his like Trevino Ashley Trevino video. Very good. Also, the biggest things, Amberlynn weighed in. Um, again, like a week and a half, almost 2 weeks ago. She was exactly what we speculated here on this channel, which is she was like 5'46" at the doctor's office. I was estimating her to be around 5'50", 5'60". So your girl was right, which obviously it's not that hard to see. Can't believe she really thought that we were gonna buy that she was 5'13". What else? To be honest, there's nothing else that's that interesting to me. Okay, it shows again. I literally just clicked on her video, y'all. I have not watched her video. I swear. Um, oh yeah, and the whole fucking DoorDash bullshit. Some guy is flirting with her, being creepy as hell. She found it flattering, which is like red flag alert. This girl literally has no social cues, no social understanding. And it's not, I think, from like a lack of like the ability to socially understand things. Cause like that's some people struggle with that. I struggle with that. I struggle with that a lot as a kid and a teenager. Made things very awkward. But I think it's because Amberlynn doesn't socialize. So she just doesn't understand like what's wrong and right, like what is crossing a boundary is like inappropriate and what's not. And also Amberlynn is like so desperate to like show us that she's wanted and loved and blah blah blah. So when a man, which is again weird that Amberlynn is so obsessed with a man validating her, when a man continued to validate her, she like found it hot until, or like complimentary or whatever the fuck, until people were like telling her, girl, that's fucking weird. And then all of a sudden she's like, oh yeah, now it's weird to me. It's like, no, you would have continued to feel flattered if people hadn't been like, girl, it's so obvious that you are so desperate for attention and you do not live like a normal life, like, you know, that women live in the world, that you would find that attractive. Because like any sane female, I mean male as well, but especially female, like if a man who knew their address was like flirting with them multiple times and sending them very weird texts, the first thought would not be flattery. I can guarantee you that. Anyways, that was a long ass introduction. I don't think I have anything else to say. Actually, I do. I've also been keeping up with Chantel. She's in Syria. Yeah. I mean, first off, we love that Syria is free. There's obviously still turmoil going on. It's definitely a lot safer. I have had friends who went to Syria in the past month or two to go home and visit their family that they haven't seen in like the last 15 years. So it's not this crazy thing to go to Syria. It's not like insanely unsafe. There's definitely parts that are unsafe. You shouldn't be going just to go. Like you should be going with like going into a place where like you have people who know what's going on and like the situation and kind of like places to be that are safe and kind of understanding the vibe. I also had a friend who just her family just came back and she was saying that like her family had a great time. It's a lot safer than it's been the past like 10-15 years under Assad. So in that case, like yeah, I watched Jordy's kind of thing on it and I didn't really love the way that he talks about Syria or just like things in the Middle East in general. I think he's a little bit not so aware, and I think he kind of perpetuates a lot of stereotypes of the Middle East, if I'm being honest. I think there's a little bit of a very American bubbled way of viewing Syria. And I'm not saying again Syria is like, you know, first world country kind of thing. No, they just like got out of being under a dictatorship, you know, and they're now going to be, you know, in development after that. And obviously there is still like power struggles, but yeah, I didn't really love the way he talked about it, to be honest. A lot of it made me annoyed. I also didn't like that he gave attention to certain comments that I thought were very ignorant, if I'm being honest. And I think it's just people maybe just don't have a connection to Syria, don't have people that are going there and have an understanding of the situation as well. But What I will say is I think it's absolutely insane that Chantal went to go like reside there. First off, she has no real connection, okay? Her husband, who has never lived in Syria, is only a Syrian citizen because of his parents, who has literally never lived in Syria, is going to go there. Her husband told her, don't come here because I guess in the place that they are in, it's like still kind of tumultuous, you know? Um, they are like having issues with electricity and just like the housing situation is not up to date, like up to par. And again, that's not all of Syria. Again, I have friends who have gone there, who just came back from there. Some of the houses and the places are very modern, okay? So like it's not like they're living in the Stone Ages. Some of it is very modern. Sounds like from where they are living, though, it's not. And part of that is because, again, he has no fucking real connections there. He hasn't lived there. He has nothing, like, no stability there. So, of course, like, going into a freshly worn, torn country that's now, like, rebuilding and, like, kind of regoverning, to go there with no prior stability, I think is stupid. It's absolutely stupid. And I think honestly Chantal's just desperate as fuck. I don't think she needs to be there. I don't think her Canadian ass, with the amount of health issues she has, the fact that she relies on a CPAP machine, should be in Syria with no real connections. I think that's super silly. And I would say that about anyone. I think it's a stupid decision. That being said, holy shit, this is such a long intro. I'll have when I start in the caption below. I'm sorry. Let's get into it, shall we? Oh boy.
Hello. Welcome to a new vlog. But that's okay. Good morning. I actually have a doctor's appointment today. So it's really just a checkup to see how I'm doing on medicine.
She looks swollen. You can really see her one eye is much bigger than her other ones.
This is my thyroid medicine because I have hypothyroidism, and then to see how I'm doing on Zoloft, which I'm doing really good. I'm sure it's going to be increased because that's usually what happens on Zoloft.
That's good.
Slowly increase it. And I also need to...
Is it required? I mean, I feel like if this is working for you, like this dose is working for you, why change it? Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. But I know like when I took antidepressants, I don't take antidepressants anymore. I had very bad reaction. But for a very short period of time, when I took it for, I think I took it for like 6 months or something. Once I took it for the first like 2 months, I didn't increase my dosage because it was fine until it wasn't. Yeah. Yeah, but okay.
Talk about another symptom that I have randomly received. It's not about Zoloft, it's just a health related symptom. Okay. Something is happening, and I will share it after my appointment because I need to hurry up, finish getting ready. And
she could have just told us in the time that she's telling us she can't tell us and that she's got to get ready.
And I will check in with you guys later.
Okay. I should put cricket sounds in. I might put cricket sounds. Girl. How is this not a red flag? If I looked down at myself and I saw that, y'all, I wouldn't be eating, to be honest. I really wouldn't.
So me and my mom got these
So she went to the doctor's, which is great. Glad she's keeping up to date on her stuff. And then her mom took her to get froyo. Fuck the mom, honestly. I do like Mama Lynn's personality. I think, like, good for her for getting her shit together. But you're aiding and abetting your daughter in her full-blown addiction that she's going to die from. That's like if Amber was driving you around to go get your fix. That's insane, dude. That's insane. And it's like a child. Like, mama's got to take her morbidly obese, super morbidly obese daughter to the doctor's office, her 34-year-old super morbidly obese daughter to the doctor's office because her daughter's incapable of doing anything by herself, and then takes her straight to get froyo. The fuck is wrong with this family, dude?
Frozen yogurt cones from Brahms. She introduced me, and they're actually so good. Usually I get vanilla.
Oh yeah, they're actually so good, Amber. I'm so surprised that you like ice cream. Frozen yogurt.
But they didn't have vanilla.
Shocking.
They just had chocolate and swirl, but they're delicious, aren't they? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Frozen yogurt is the way to go.
Okay, Amber. Okay.
Hello. So it's been a few days.
Hi. Okay, Amber, pick up your phone. Like, real talk. You're a professional YouTuber. You love to talk about it. Pick up your damn phone. The audio, I can already tell, is musty as fuck. Put some fucking effort in your shit, dude. Also, I'm talking very quietly because I couldn't fall asleep. And it is 3 o'clock in the fucking morning. Sorry.
Just a real quick, short update.
Great.
I've been extremely busy the past few days. Something happened.
With what?
I don't really want to get into it, but I'm all good.
So another thing, she canceled her live whatever because she says she got bad news. Now she's gonna once again bait the I've been so busy because something happened, but she's not gonna tell. But bitch, if you're not gonna tell us, then why the fuck are you even saying that something happened? Don't fucking tell us.
It's just life is short, and
so someone died
every day to like think of something that I'm grateful for, and I write it in my planner. I try very hard not to take anything for granted. And
Amber, you take your health granted. The little bit that you have left, you take it granted. You're door dashing every fucking day, bro. The way that you eat, the lack of life that you live, you don't give a fuck about life. You don't give a fuck about your health. You take everything in your life for granted. What are you talking about? Your whole existence is you taking life for granted. You're gonna die at a young age because you took your life for granted. What are you talking about?
In this moment, we should all just say something that we're thankful for. And for me, I'm going to say, just because I was editing this video and it's the first thing on my mind, I'm going to say my doctor. I am thankful for my doctor. We're now...
Shut the fuck up, Amber. You hate healthcare professionals. I'm happy for my doctor, whatever. I'm grateful for my doctor. Okay, Amber. I'm grateful for my education and my friends and family. And Dimitri. Honestly, Dimitri's with my friends and family are the first. But my education's very close second. Very, very, very thankful for the privilege of having an education.
Back on the swing of things. I've been busy, haven't been able to film.
What have you been busy with, Amber? Truly, what the fuck have you been busy with? Flirting with a DoorDasher? Eating DoorDash? Building a Lego? Like, truly and sincerely, what have you been busy with?
I literally filmed my Let's Talk today, and now I'm back to vlogging. But I just want to give an update on the whole doctor thing. So I am increasing my Zoloft. I was started at 50 milligrams, and now
I'm really sorry for this audio, you guys. This is Amberlynn's audio.
Going up to 100 milligrams.
Okay.
Zoloft has absolutely been working. I have been able to regulate my emotions. I do not wake up with like this extreme depressing feeling.
That's good.
I no longer have suicidal thoughts. I don't cry every single day. I'm telling you, I used to cry multiple times every single day. I am not as anxious anymore.
Okay.
I suffer with really bad, like, anxious attachment and paranoia and contamination things and just so many different random anxieties. Like, even when it's just storming, I used to get so scared, and my anxieties in every area of my life has drastically improved. I'm able to regulate my emotions more. Like, I'm able to think and rationalize before I react, and my feelings aren't...
I mean, I watched the Salty Crab's synopsis of her live, and the bitch went on a fucking blocking and kicking out spree. So clearly that's not the case, and it wasn't for anything crazy. It was like valid questions that were, or valid opinions that were being stated. Nothing mean. the bitch was kicking people out. So clearly hasn't helped you that much. Also, she went to a whole contamination issue about DoorDash and the fact that she like throws out DoorDash if it doesn't look good or if the bag looks weird and then reorders more. So I don't know. But like I'm glad the Zoloft is working. Keep taking it. I don't think it's a magic pill, and I honestly think a little bit of what she's feeling is a placebo effect. I'm not saying it's not working at all. I'm sure that there are positive benefits to it, but Zoloft is not going to change your life. Well, not in that way. It does change some people's life, a lot of people's life, but it doesn't like, dramatically just what do I want to say? It doesn't just like wipe everything away, like there's still things like you use medication on top of like working on things. Amberlynn hasn't done anything other than pop a pill. Like there's, like it feels a little bit of like it's too good to be true. So I'm wondering if part of the thing is like it's a novelty, it's a new thing, and like a little bit of a placebo effect of like I don't know.
So strong and sharp. Instead, they're rounded and calmer, and I feel happier. And
Amberlynn being descriptive is really it's a journey.
Clearer, and I just don't have this like dark fog over me. Like I'm mourning every single day. Like I'm telling you.
Okay,
like,
we get it, Amber. You feel better.
Drastic difference. Like I'm just
so happy.
So grateful for that. So what I was talking about with the random symptom that I'm having, I don't think it's because of the Zoloft.
Okay.
Thankfully, because I do not want to stop taking it. I want to take this for the rest of my life. If it has me feeling this much better, like I'm just feeling relieved. And I need this in my life every single day. But the last, I want to say for like 5 days, almost a week now, I have been itching really bad in the palms of my hands.
Yeah, that's not good. Or that's not good, y'all. You know what that's a sign of? Liver failure. Itching on actually itching anywhere, but specifically on the palms of your hands and the palms of your feet. It's a sign of liver failure, y'all. That's not good at Amber's size. I'm not surprised because first off, Amber's 560 pounds. And also the bitch drinks, okay? The bitch like binge drinks. She like isn't doing it consistently, but consistently enough. And also she be smoking the Delta 8, which is like is gas station chemicals. Your liver's gotta be doing a lot for you. I'm not surprised, Amber. That's a sign of liver disease or liver failure. So let's see what she says about that. But I hope there are steps being taken to see if that's what's happening.
It has been so bad that I've had to like get scissors and like just dig them in my hands, and I've digged so hard. Not a good sign. That I have like red. Can you see that? Like it's not, the red is not what's making me itch. No, we know. I have caused that from how hard I'm itching.
And girl is in liver failure, y'all. I mean, she probably has fatty liver. She's probably had fatty liver for years, dude. Like, probably over a decade.
It's usually Amber. Only at night while I'm sleeping and when I wake up. And so my doctor's like, okay, we're going to need to do some labs. Okay. So he's going to do a whole liver panel. Yeah. Because I guess that's a symptom. Yep. Of something being wrong with your liver.
Yeah, liver failure. Y'all. For Amber's sake, I hope it's not bad. I hope it's whatever, but there's definitely something going on with her liver. I can almost bet money on it.
No idea. So he's going to check on that. And then I also need to get labs done to see if the medicine I'm taking for my hypothyroidism is working. To see if I'm...
Is she saying hyperthyroidism or hypo? Because it sounds like she's saying hyperthyroidism, which babe does not have.
To like take more, increase that or whatever it may be. So we're going to do labs for that. And there was another lab that he was pulling. I don't remember what it is at the moment, but I have to print off all those papers. I'm actually going to go tomorrow to get that done. So yeah, I'm like
That's good.
worried that the itching can be due to liver. I don't know. The body is just like magnificent and like a good way and a bad way.
The reason that it is because the liver, like, obviously your gallbladder and liver, whatever, all of that is like where your bile acid is, you know? And it ends up coming to the surface of your skin. And so you start itching it because it's like not flowing properly, and it like goes into your bloodstream and like goes into your, like, you know, into your skin. It's not good. It's not good. Yeah.
In the ways of like, your body can do some crazy things, but it can also heal and it can change for the better.
Well, Amber, you have to do things to help your body heal. You know? Like, sure, your body can like do things on its own, but to only to so much of an extent, you know? If you break a bone, sure, will your bone, you know, fuse back together and heal? Yeah. But if you don't take the proper steps, it won't heal properly, you know? It's just like anything else. There are things that you have to do to help things function properly. So, if you do have fatty liver or liver disease, there are going to be a lot of things, especially your diet, that you're going to have to start dramatically changing. And not like a if I want, I want kind of thing. It's not like a lymphedema, lipedema type of situation where it's like you're kind of only hurting yourself, but it is what it is. If you want to deal with it, you want to deal with it. In my knowledge, which I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it doesn't really affect your life uh, expectancy, you know, with lipedema and lipedema. But with like fatty liver or liver disease, that's an organ you can't live without. That's an organ that you fuck up, then you're you're screwed, okay? You either fix it or it's past the point where you can fix it and you go on to um a liver transplant list, which I'm sorry to say, I think with all of your health conditions and the size that you are, I don't know how high on the UNOS list you'd be. Real talk, Amber. So start giving a fuck about your health, my dear, because shit's spiraling very fast for you.
And I feel like your body genuinely fights for you. Your body loves you. And you just need to do right by your body.
Amber, why the fuck are you telling us this? First off, of course your body fights for you. It's literally biologically made to fight for you. Your whole body's function is to stay alive, right? That's its entire purpose, is to stay alive. It's literally programmed to be that way, Amber. It's not like, oh, my body loves me, so it's fighting for me. It's literally programmed to do that. It is just biology. You're not special. You know, in fact, people's bodies who are attacking them are the special ones, you know? People with chronic diseases and disorders, those are the special ones because their bodies are kind of doing, you know, the opposite of what your body is programmed to be doing.
But it's magnificent in the way of like the crazy things it can do, the beautiful things it can do.
What the fuck is she talking
and
about?
Just health in general, whether it's mental, physical, whatever it may be. But anyway.
Amber, I think, is trying to sound smart right now, and she sounds dumb as fucking shit, bro. She truly does. If you really care about all this stuff, actually look into why these things are happening. Actually take care of yourself and stop ordering DoorDash and actually get up and fucking walk and lose the fucking weight.
Please, I'm done rambling. I have to edit my Let's Talk, get that scheduled for tomorrow. Things are just genuinely so off. I was supposed to do my live stream yesterday. I was supposed to film my weigh-in, my what I ate
it's
today.
Wednesday.
I was not able to do it.
Oh yeah, she doesn't weigh herself. Apparently she has not been weighing herself, so y'all know it's getting rough.
Things, but everything is back in the swing of motion of things. Currently, right now, I don't think I'm gonna have like a YouTube schedule. I just can't stick to something right now. I just have a lot going on behind the scenes. For sure, a vlog is gonna go up every Monday though, because I genuinely love vlogging. It's literally my favorite. But just like the weigh-ins and the what I ate today's, that to me is just messing with me. All right.
Yeah, because
damn.
She looks huge here. Holy shit. Um, Anyways, yeah, it's because she's not doing well. She's actively gaining weight. She's not paying attention to what she's eating. And it's like, for me, it's the audacity for her to come on here and talk about how beautiful and how your body fights for you and how you got to take care of your body. And this is what we're dealing with. This right here. Okay, Amber.
Guys, so it has been hours since I last talked to you. I have taken Twinkie out. I have showered. I edited my Let's
Yeah,
Talk.
I totally believe
I
it.
scheduled it to go up.
I believe
And
she
then I was
showered.
editing this, and then I went onto my health chart portal thing just to see if I forgot to tell you guys anything, and I did. The other thing that they're doing labs for me is to see if I have liver autoimmune disease. So that's kind of within the liver panel. I didn't even know there was a such thing.
Amber, you can have an autoimmune disease for anything. Hello? I hate this bitch. She is so fucking stupid.
I have no idea, but I'm just very grateful for my doctor that
she's
trying
really
to figure this
stupid.
out, because like, what? I'm itching so hard.
Yeah, if a 560-pound woman at 34 years old came in scratching herself that much on her palms, instant liver panel. Instant. Are you fucking kidding me? I'd be feeling I mean, this is the problem. You can't even do a proper physical on this woman because she is so, her abdomen, all of her organs are so fucking covered in fat. They can't even fucking palpate to see if the liver feels swollen. If she has hepatomegaly. They can't even feel that, dude. I mean, it's just like, fuck. You can't even do basic, like, evaluations on this woman because she has eaten herself to a point where, like, even something like physicals are super important. Being able to feel stuff, being able to see it and kind of compare it to what, like, things you know should normally look like is a super vital part of diagnostic medicine. Obviously, running labs is going to be, you know, the top, but to, like, having that in tandem with the actual physical is super important in diagnostic medicine. And Amberlynn has essentially cut herself out of being able to have a physical because she is so covered in fat, nothing looks and feels normal. It's actually insane to me.
I am causing welts. Like, I'll show you a picture here of how it
Amber,
looked
we believe you.
right after I was done itching it. Like,
We
there was
believe
nothing
you.
on my skin. Like, this is an internal itch. It's not like a rash or anything like that. I was itching
Amber,
so hard.
You have a liver problem. Congratulations, you've eaten yourself to another issue. And this is not a small issue. This isn't a fun little, oh, I have hypothyroidism. Okay, worst comes to worst, she has to get her thyroid taken out. It sucks. It's going to affect your body in a lot of ways. It's not going to decrease your life expectancy. If you have liver issues, you're fucking done for, dude. Like, and I'm not, like, saying this, I mean, to anyone. The liver is one of the most important organs in your body. One of the most, you cannot live without a liver. And again, Amber isn't a normal individual who's, like, you know, 150 pounds and has, you know, a liver autoimmune disorder and has to, whatever, maybe what if she ends up, my thought is, what if she ends up having to get a liver transplant? She's not a strong candidate for a liver transplant. She isn't. Like, she has really eaten herself to a point where, like, when she eventually needs medical intervention at a higher level than just taking a pill or two, she has essentially eaten herself out of being able to have those things done for her. And I'm not saying she can't get a liver, you know, like, again, this is an extreme thing, but, like, look at who we're dealing with. You know, Amber is an extreme patient. And I wouldn't talk about this, like, about this with a normal individual. Like, if she was a, you know, height to weight proportioned individual, I mean, it would still point to a liver disease or liver something that's going on. But, you know, at a smaller size, at a more normal size, you have a lot more options. But Amberlynn is not a normal patient, you know? It's just like, when you get to this size, things start becoming less and less accessible to you in the medical field and in life in general. And it's just kind of crazy to me.
I created that, and then the welt like went down and now it's just red. And the other thing is I have like a slightly elevated blood pressure. Like when I was in the ER a couple months ago, when I first got there,
she's had a quote unquote slightly elevated blood pressure since the crystal era. The bitch has high blood pressure. She refuses to admit it. Again, you're 540 pounds. I said 60 or whatever. She's 540 pounds. Okay, maybe higher now. There's no way you don't have fucking high blood pressure, Amberlynn. It's just physically impossible at that point. The amount of pressure to push all of that blood flow throughout your ginormous body is going to be a lot more than on a regular individual. On top of it, you don't fucking move. Okay, so it's like working like uphill against wind. Okay, you know how much pressure then? There's got to be more pressure. Also, all the fucking fat constricting your arteries. There's more pressure there. It's just like there's just so much, Amberlynn. There is so much, and you have yet to give a fuck about yourself. And I guarantee you probably ordered DoorDash. You went and got ice cream after being told that you could have a liver disorder, that you could have a liver antibody disorder. And it's just like, and that you have high blood pressure, and you went and got ice cream after that, Amber. You don't give a fuck, bro.
My blood pressure was a little elevated, but like as I sit there and I'm sitting in the ER bed, my blood pressure does go down to a normal rate.
I don't believe that.
For some reason, like whenever I'm up walking or if I'm just like nervous about a doctor.
For some reason, when you're up walking, it's because your heart has to pump way fucking more, way fucking harder to get a normal blood flow in your body, Amber. It's because you're fucking super morbidly obese, like grade 4. That's why, Amber, for some reason, for some random reason, you're, oh my God, bro.
Disappointment. My blood pressure is always elevated. So I'm actually going to be put on some blood pressure medicine. And I'm very nervous about it because he said it could make me dizzy. And I just don't even like the thought of that. The side effect of being dizzy outweighs what could happen from having elevated blood pressure.
To be honest, she should have been on blood pressure medication a long fucking time ago. I guarantee you. This bitch, I mean, we already know, again, since the crystal era, she's had high blood pressure. And then when people called her out in the crystal era, she started making this excuse of, oh, you guys know, it's just like when I walk around. It's just because I was nervous. It's just because of this and that. It's no, Amber. It's because even then you are in the 300s and you're 5'2", bro. Ah!
Okay, guys, so... This was just a little mini update about my labs. I went there today and online they said they close at a certain time, but I went there and that wasn't actually accurate. I literally was 20 minutes late.
Did you go at fucking 4 o'clock? Bitch, get your ass up. You could have gotten up at like 10 o'clock and I guarantee you they would have been open. This bitch is waking up at like 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Oh my God, she don't give a fuck, bro.
They said they closed at a certain time. I got there an hour before they closed.
So she got there at 4, I guarantee you. Or 5, because sometimes they close at 6. She either got there at 4 or 5, and they were closed. Yeah, because you don't function like a normal adult, Amber. She looks fucking stupid, bro. In this fucking Betsy Johnson dress. In the fucking pigtails. This looking heavier than ever. I can't with this woman.
Or what they said, they closed online.
Well, get the fuck up at a normal time, Amber. How about that?
That's okay. I'll just go a different day.
Go tomorrow.
It's 4th of July, though. Yeah. So they said that they're not going to be open until Monday. So I might go Monday to get my labs done. And I'm going to be downright completely vulnerably honest right now.
What?
I think I have too much anxiety taking my blood pressure medicine. So my blood pressure...
She's gonna have a stroke, bro. And you're super morbidly obese with high blood pressure. If you don't die from liver disease, if you don't die from reoccurrent cancer that you didn't take care of the first time, then you're fucking gonna die of a stroke. I mean, oh my fucking god, Amber. Like, the way that her health has deteriorated in the last year. Our girl ain't got time left, okay? Like, she's really, at this point, renting the days.
Was 152 over 86, I'm pretty sure. So it's nothing like extremely insane.
It's insane for you, Amber, for being that large. It's a hazard, okay? It's a hazard. The fact that they're putting you on blood pressure medication, it's a hazard. You are a walking hazard.
It is high, yes. But, like, I don't know what it is. I feel so anxious to take it.
I thought the Zoloft was just change your whole fucking life, Amber. I thought it took away every anxiety for you. You don't have a dark cloud. You're a whole brand new fucking person. But you can't take the medication that's essentially going to prevent you from having a stroke? Okay.
Only, I think it's because, like, my doctor warned me that I'm going to be dizzy on it more than likely.
Amber, you smoke gas station weed, bro. It's not going to make you any dizzier than you smoking your fucking gas station weed. I can guarantee it.
Especially in the beginning, because your body gets used to having a certain blood pressure. So then when it lowers, it feels almost as if your blood pressure is too low.
I can't with
I
this
don't know.
bitch.
I'm no doctor here.
We know. We can tell.
So then your body gets dizzy, and, like, eventually it evens out. But oh my god, I feel so anxious about it. And it's like Zoloft takes away all my anxieties almost, but not this one. So I'm having a hard time.
I can't. She honestly changes the script whenever it suits her. 1 minute it takes away all her anxiety. She's a brand new person, and now it doesn't take her anxieties away. Okay, Amber. I'm fucking getting whiplash out here.
What to do? Anyways, tomorrow's 4th of
Take
July,
fucking medication. That's what you do.
Hanging out with my mom. I also hung out with my mom today. Celebrated some of my stepdad's birthday, which was really fun. My friend actually baked him a cake. It was.
I'm so sorry. If I was a stepdad and I had to deal with this fucking bitch looking like this celebrating my birthday, I'd be like, y'all, I'm good. I'm good. Y'all can leave. Oh my god.
So cute. I should have got a picture for you guys.
Oh my god.
Tomorrow
Amber totally has friends.
And I'm just in my closet actually trying to decide what to wear. I have like 2 red dresses. So we'll see if I wear one of those. I like to wear red for 4th of July.
First off, I think I'm so sorry. I know a lot of y'all not gonna like this. I think it's hella embarrassing to be celebrating the 4th of July. I really do. Y'all can get together with your family, have fun, but to specifically be celebrating the 4th of July in general is fucking laughable, okay? Especially the state that we're in, we love that country's independent, but how independent can it be when it was colonized and we had to, off the indigenous people to get it? And the state in which America is in at this point, there ain't nothing to be celebrating right now about America. That's just my 2 cents. But I mean, obviously, it gives a day off for people. Definitely spend it with your friends and family. Have a good time. I hope everyone did have a good 4th of July vacation or break off. Hopefully, everyone got a break off or time off for it. I hope y'all better have. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you rested. I hope you had fun with your friends and family and you got to see them and eat good food. But to be specifically celebrating the 4th of July, that shit's embarrassing in 2025. I'm so sorry. Y'all can hate me for it.
Hello. Happy 4th of July.
Oh my god. First off, she looked dumb. Okay. We already know. But let's critique it for a second. Why wouldn't you wear the white mesh? That would go better with this dress. It's a red and white dress. Red, white, and blue. Wear the white mesh and maybe like blue earrings because I know that's the vibe she's trying to do right now. I mean, like, I can't. She's not good at dressing herself.
The next day, I totally forgot that I got this red polka dotted dress because I have like a mesh red dress, a lace red dress.
All right, Amber.
And when I was looking on my closet, I'm like, oh, now I have a polka dotted red dress. It's new. It was in my recent Torrid try-on haul. And I was like, you know what? Since it's new,
yeah, wear the white mesh with it. Why is she wearing the black mesh? It's fucking July, bro. We're in the heart of summer. The hottest it's gonna be. And you're wearing black mesh? At least wear something that's not gonna absorb all the fucking heat and you're gonna fucking die of a heat stroke, which you're already gonna fucking die of a stroke from your high blood pressure. Now you're adding on heat strokes.
So here's my little outfit of the day.
Oh my god, Amber. No. Please be so fucking for real. Be so fucking for real. This is not it. What?
Super cute.
Is it?
Pockets.
We're gonna do a screenshot. See how we incorporate that.
What I am missing is blue. I do have blue mesh. Should I wear blue mesh?
No, wear the fucking white mesh to go with the white fucking polka dots. And then put on some fucking blue earrings, dude.
Because red, white, and then the blue mesh. No, I'm just gonna stick to the black.
It's so bad, Amber. It's so bad.
My mom loves when I wear my hair like this. So I'm like,
your mom's your biggest hater then. Real tea. Your mom's your biggest hater. She don't love you like that.
you know what? Thank you for hyping me up. So yeah, here's my outfit.
I will say, the dress fits her nicely. Comparatively. Obviously. Comparatively to the other dresses she wears, it actually flows over her body. It's nice.
This dress though, like, I prefer my dresses to be a little bit more snug.
Why?
In the back, but this is so...
No, Amber, this looks good. You can't tell that you have like a fucking shelf ass. It actually looks good. It drapes over you like a dress is supposed to drape over you. She doesn't even know what looks good on her. That's so crazy.
Loose?
Yeah, it looks good.
Gives me room to breathe. So every time I do a Torrid try-on haul, I'm always plucking. See, this is loose. Like, I don't pluck just because something's tight or doesn't fit. I genuinely think I'm just a plucker because it's just a weird habit.
No, Amber, you're a plucker because things don't fit you. And you can feel it on your rolls and it's uncomfortable. It doesn't matter how, like, even it laying on, you can feel it on your rolls.
I don't know. Do you guys have habits where you're just like, why do I do that? I don't understand.
I'm sure.
I have multiple of those, including the plucking. Okay, guys, so I wanted to talk about this.
She looks so fucking dumb, bro. I can't. Oh, there's one fly. What the hell? I really can't get over how fucking stupid she looks. I'm so sorry. And you know what? Even if she was 105 pounds, okay, this would still look stupid.
It's very popular topic. I'm getting a lot of DMs on Instagram, and this genuinely has surprised me. So in my last vlog that I uploaded,
oh boy,
I'm hanging out with my mom and my grandma, and my mom shares about when I was younger.
Oh yeah, her mom. Okay, I'll let her say.
Some of like my tooth problems, how I had baby bottle rot, or
yeah, okay,
whatever it's called, and how I slept in a crib when I was...
Okay, she had... Okay, I'll let her... Stop. Okay, I have comments after this.
And I still used a bottle. And a lot of people are like, oh my god, why would Amberlynn share that story?
Okay, here's my thoughts. First off, I'm sure all of you know, she was 4 years old. She was laying in a crib still. She was drinking from not just like a sippy cup, like that's kind of normal for a 4-year-old, but a bottle, like a bottle you give an infant to drink milk out of. And what, as we, I'm sure, can all gather, baby like bottle rot, whatever it's called, is when the bottle, it's like you're not brushing the child's teeth. You're not taking care of the teeth, right? And so like all of the stuff is just laying on the teeth. And it happens with baby bottles because then oftentimes kids will just go throughout the whole day sucking on it, essentially like a pacifier, and just letting whatever's in the bottle sit on the teeth and just sit there, and fester. And I'm maybe guessing that what was in that bottle was not milk. It was probably juice or soda, maybe. Definitely not water. Um, yeah, and that happens from neglect. Like, that is something like you're not taking your child's teeth. You're not, yeah, whatever. It's also weird because she talked about how she was putting, well, her mom was talking about how she like put like fuzzies from a bear, like the stuffing from bear, into her teeth because of like the places that they were rotting to like help because it hurt obviously. It's just she was like covering the nerves essentially, so it didn't hurt her. And she's like talking about, oh my god, I was so smart at 4 years old. This is the issue. One, why were you in a crib at 4 years old? That's weird. Okay, that's super regressive behavior. Why are you sipping out of a bottle? That's also very regressive behavior. But my biggest thought when I was listening to it is, why was she not telling her mom it hurt? At 4 years old, you can communicate. You can, some 4 year olds be having full ass conversations. Okay, it depends on your level. Obviously, it depends on your ability, but Amberlynn does not have like, you know, she doesn't have like a not a verbal like disorder or anything. She 100% should have been communicating that her teeth hurt. So to me, it was more of like a, wow, Amberlynn was very regressed. She was not progressing normally. And I'm sure part of that was due to the fact that she was being neglected at that age. And when you don't interact with your child or a child, um, they don't develop normally. Cognitively, they don't meet developmental milestones a lot of time. Sometimes children kind of, they still do, but a lot of times children will have issues if they're being neglected. And it sounds like that's what was happening with Amber. So, yeah, I guess it's like kind of smart, but also to me, it wasn't like, oh, this is so smart. It's like, why is she not communicating? It's weird. It's regressive behavior.
Like, what the heck? That paints her mom in such a bad light. And I'm over here just like, what? That's nothing. That was like my normal.
Amber, shut the fuck up. You absolutely know, and even your mother was clocking herself during this story time while y'all are giggling, which is fucking weird that they were giggling and laughing about the fact that her mother and father neglected her kids and neglected Amberlynn so badly that her teeth were all rotted in behind, like in the back of her teeth. That's insane. That is actually insane, dude. It's not, you absolutely knew. And her mom would literally say, I feel so bad. Oh my gosh, like my poor child had to like fix her teeth because her mom wasn't fixing her teeth. Like my poor child, like I neglected my child and she had teeth problems. It's like, you absolutely know it paints your mother in a bad light. It might have been your norm, Amber, but you're 34 years old, you're a grown up, you absolutely know what this looks like, and you absolutely know the severity of this issue. And maybe, I'm sure more things happen to her. It doesn't take away from the severity of your mother and father neglecting their child so badly that one, their 4 year old's in a fucking crib. Two, their 4 year old is drinking out of a baby bottle. And three, their 4 year old can't verbalize them being in pain. And four, that their child's teeth were rotting out of their fucking head because they weren't taking care of their child. I mean, let's be real, Amber. There's just so many layers as to why it was a horrifying story to be listening to, and it was very horrifying to listen to all three of you, your grandmother, your mother, and you, laugh about it. It's fucking weird, bro.
That was like a story that me and my mom and my dad share with everybody because
Oh, it's so funny how we neglected our child because we were too busy doing fucking drugs that our kid's teeth was rotting out. And also, she was nonverbal. Not because she had any issues, just because we neglected her.
We find humor in it. And it started to make me think that, like, some of my trauma is, like, so normalized to me, and that's what I was used to growing up, that, like, that story genuinely didn't even feel like
Okay,
anything
Amber.
bad.
And this is why I know that you have not been seeing a therapist. Because I deal with my trauma uh, in a very, like, I have a very dark sense of humor. There's ways that I still joke about my trauma, and I just kind of say things very bluntly or sarcastically, and people are like, "Oh my god," and I'm like, "Oh yeah, that's like really fucking dark." Um, but I have awareness to it, because I've been dealing with this like a therapist and psychiatrist for a very long time, and like especially in my middle school and high school years, I saw a lot of I did saw a psychologist all through middle school and high school, and a lot of it was about my childhood trauma, and the shit I was going through then too. um and I like was taught at a very young age, not at a very young age, but at a young age, like, teens, that like using humor is a coping mechanism, and it's like it's fine if it's like, that's your thing, that's just some people way how some people cope with it, but like don't undervalue the trauma that you're going through. Don't undervalue the fact that like this shit is like it's not funny at the end of the day. This shit is dark. This shit shouldn't have happened. Like, you know what I mean? And like for Amberlynn to be 34 years old and just now for it to be clicking that that's like dark, like this woman is regressed. She has not developed. She has a mindset of a preteen. This shit I was learning as a preteen. Why are you just now learning that at 34 years old? Someone who claims to have had so much psychological help throughout her whole life into adulthood. How are you just now figuring this out? It's side eye.
If anything, it kind of highlighted how far my mom has come. If so many people took it, like,
No, Amber, it doesn't highlight that. And I'm so sorry. It's not for your mother to be talking about and laughing about. I understand it was an experience that she went through as well, but she was the perpetrator. It's not her story to tell like that. It was weird. It's weird the way she's talking about it. And it's weird that your grandmother was laughing at it too. Like, why are you laughing at her, like, your kid abusing your grandchild?
the wrong way of, like, wow, her mom was so neglectful. I mean, yeah, like, my mom admits to that. She's very open about that. My mom will be 10 years sober November 1st of this year.
That's great.
10 years, a decade.
That's great, Amber. It will never take away from the neglect and abuse that she put her children through. It won't. And the fact that she's sober, it should be more of a realization that this shit isn't something that you joke about, that you share like you're sharing a funny story about your child. This is something that your child was in so much pain that they had to try and help themselves the best way they could. And again, they were so neglected that they couldn't even communicate to their caregiver that their teeth hurt. And the whole procedure of getting them taken out and fake ones being put in, I can't imagine a child going through that. It was traumatic for me to get, cavity refills. I can't imagine.
And if people think the story about my teeth and me being in a crib is bad, that's nothing. Like, that's genuinely just a story that we've always shared. That's why we laughed so much during the story. Me and my mom both are used to, like, chaos, and my mom has gone through so much. And, you know, in her sobriety, she has had to confront so many different things, and she has to talk about these things to heal from them and
Right.
to
But
not have so much guilt over these things.
I can't imagine that in those moments when she's talking about these things with a therapist or with her AA group or whatever it is, whatever whoever she, deals with, that she's laughing while telling those stories. I get it. I get it. Like I said, I use dark humor to deal with a lot of my trauma to this day. I know it's not a thing, it's not good that I do that. It's how I cope, it's how I do it. But when I talk about these things with my sister or with my mother, there's no laughing in it. I can guarantee you that. Um, I get it that like my sister and I also together, after I was adopted, also went through some very traumatic shit. Um, in my adopted family's home, and there's times like we're both very traumatized from that too. And there's times where her and I at this point, as grown adults, we just kind of laugh at it because there's nothing that can really be done. And, you know, the person that did those things to us is not going to change. And we kind of just don't take them seriously anymore. Um, but we still understand the severity. And we still have moments where we talk about those things and we're like serious about it. It's like, I don't know. I just can't imagine laughing about my child being so neglected at the hands of myself. I could never imagine doing that. I get it if Amberlynn wants to laugh, that I can understand, but for her mom to be doing that, I think is actually insane.
And
I
she's had to ask for forgiveness.
I don't think there's an excuse for it. I think there's something really sadistic about that. Okay, that's it.
And I have forgiven her my whole life. I very much am unconditional in that regard.
To be honest, she hasn't, though. She talked mad shit about her family through the Crystal and Destiny era and started being more respectful of her mother during the Beck era because I think her mom was getting out of prison and whatever. But she would talk mad shit. She'd be like, oh, they're fucking losers. I'm nothing like them. I'm better than them. They're always going to be this way. They're fuck ups. I mean, you can pretend like that's not what was going on, but there's video evidence of it.
But a big thing is my mom always said, anything that she put me through in my life is my story, and I'm willing to share it. And what I love about sharing it now, this day and age, is that's the past. And seeing how far my mom has come is just so incredible. You guys wouldn't believe where my mom used to be and the childhood that I genuinely had. And a lot of people have said through my years on YouTube, Amberlynn, why do you talk so badly about your parents? Why do you share this and that? Why do you over-exaggerate your childhood?
Okay, screenshot. I think there are parts that she probably exaggerates. But I don't doubt the fact that she had a difficult childhood by any means. And I don't doubt that she's traumatized. A child that goes through, even the most basic forms of, you can't grow up in a drug house as a child and not be traumatized. You can't be put into foster care and not be traumatized. I 100% believe that she has childhood trauma. I think the thing is that, I think she wants to be exceptional in her trauma, and I don't think she is. I think, unfortunately, the reality is a lot of people, and more people than ever should be, are just as traumatized, have gone through things like her, or maybe even worse, and it's an unfortunate thing. It's an unfortunate thing that a lot of children have to pay for their parents' mistakes and have to deal with their parents, mistakes, I guess. But you're not exceptional, Amber, and that's I think what people get annoyed about when you talk about this stuff, is that you want to make it seem as though you're exceptional, your trauma is the most trauma that anyone's ever trauma kind of thing. It's like Trauma Olympics for Amberlynn. And I think that's where people get very upset. It's like a lot of people that watch you have had just as bad, if not worse, childhoods than you. And they're not you, Amber. Like a lot of people, like watching you, have gone through a lot of fucking childhood trauma, and they end up 560 pounds, a narcissist, an abusive partner to every single one of their partners, just a shitty person who's done nothing with their life, and who makes excuses for why they still are at a mental state of 12, and behave that they do the way that you do, you know? And that's where people get an issue. I don't think anyone doubts that your life, your childhood was shit. No one doubts that. But it's the fact that you constantly want it to be worse than everyone else. No one ever has experienced what Amberlynn has experienced. And that's just not true.
The crazy thing is, I underplay everything because I love my parents so much and I don't want them to be painted in a bad light. And that's a big reason why I don't talk about foster care or why I was in foster care or things of.
To be honest, I think she probably doesn't remember a lot of foster care. And I think that's normal. I think, again, I can almost guarantee you it was a traumatic experience for her. A lot of times kids will kind of not have memories of like their very traumatic parts. And I think Amberlynn probably doesn't have a lot of memories of foster care. 100%, obviously, she was in foster care. I'm sure that she was not treated well. I'm sure that shit probably happened. The foster care system in the US is not good. And most likely it was probably even worse when she was younger. Um, yeah, but I think she probably doesn't have much memory. And I think if she did have more memories, she would share them because she has shared a lot of, like, I think she has shared all of the memories that she has. But I don't think she has any more that she remembers. And I think that's a normal response too. It's an understandable response. But she, again, wants to paint it as she's more traumatized than anyone watching her, and you just could never. She's won the trauma Olympics. And I think it's weird.
Around it, because I'm not over exaggerating, I'm downplaying everything that I went through, I guess for this reason, because I don't want people to like look at my parents and think of them in a harsh way. But
well, first off, I think people are gonna think what they're gonna think, you know. And I think a lot of people probably do view your mother and father in a negative way. That's just what's gonna happen when you do the shit that they've done to their children. Um, but also, I would have a lot more respect. It's the delivery that I found really disgusting. I think if your mother was just sharing it and was like respectful about it and wasn't laughing and acting like they were sharing a cute little, Halloween story about their child, um, it would, I think a lot more people would have been more understanding and sympathetic to your mother and been like, damn, like good for her for, getting to where she is today. I know a lot of people do think that for Mama Lynn, but it was the delivery. It was the behavior around the story that was an issue. But Amberlynn's not intelligent, so she's not going to understand that. She's a very one-dimensional thinker.
Then it just gets convoluted and confusing because it's like, my story is my story and my mom has come so far, and every single day I'm like, you did that, woman. I'm so proud of you. She is such an inspiration. Like, it just makes my heart feel so full. Like, if we could plug in a little device, this is such a Black Mirror episode, plug in a device and see my memories or see my mom's memories and then look at her now, you guys, it is so.
Amber, I mean, we have so many, okay, screenshot. We have so many documentaries and like the A&E channel of, close up of what an addict looks like, unfortunately, a lot of channels have really used people who are suffering and in really bad spots to monetize them, which is insane. But unfortunately, people know what an addict looks like. People know what that life can lead to, what the effects on children can look like. We have TikTok. We're seeing moms living moms and dads, um, not taking care of their kids. I mean, let's think about the Jenkins. That's a whole thing that I was thinking about going into. She's a TikTok mom. Pretty sure she does Coca-Cola and like if y'all know what I mean. Not the devil's lettuce, the other one. And there's 7 people living in a fucking hotel room, like we know what it looks like I can only imagine, but we have an idea of what it looks like to have addict parents. I can only imagine what it's like growing up, but it's not like this thing that like people can't fathom. And I guarantee you again, people who will watch you, probably there are probably people who grew up in very similar environments to you. It's like it's not a crazy thing to comprehend.
Such a beautiful thing. How amazing and glorious life is once you find that sobriety and you completely change your life.
Yeah, absolutely. And unfortunately, Amber, I wish that you could feel that, but it appears that you're never gonna feel that sense of sobriety. And I'm not talking about Delta 8. Girl, smoke the devil's lettuce. You guys smoke the devil's lettuce. I mean, smoke the devil's lettuce. Stop doing Delta 8, you know? But whatever. That's not what I'm talking about. You have yet to be sober from your food addiction. And your food addiction is now killing you. So, like, I'm glad that you're happy for your mother and you're hyping up your mom. That's great. But put that same energy into yourself getting sober. And stop forcing your mother to be a part of your addiction. Because I can only imagine how difficult that is on multiple levels. Not only her watching her child kill themselves, but also, you know, the fact that you're partaking in your addiction and she has to sit there every single day fighting to not relapse on hers. Because once you're an addict, you are an addict for life. You know, that is a lifelong battle. And I commend every single human being that has fought every single day to stay sober. That shit is not easy. That shit takes strength, determination. That you got to be a strong motherfucker to do that stuff. And she has to sit there watching her addict daughter partake in her addiction while she fights every single day to not partake in what she was addicted to. So, you know, I wish that you would give a fuck more about yourself.
Me and my mom are going to Ross.
Dress for less.
Hey, what's up? Look at her hair, how pretty it is, and she wants to cut it all
Amberlynn is very pretty. She's very cute.
off.
It's just like, I don't know. I have a hard time, like, I want to be like, I have like two sides to Mama. Like, there's like part of me that's like, fuck Mama Lynn. But there's a part of me that kind of like, one is like super proud of the fact that she is gotten her life to the where it is. Like, again, very big, like, mad respect to anyone that does that, including Mama Lynn. And also part of me is like, I can't imagine having to deal with Amberlynn. I can't imagine the control that I'm sure Amberlynn has on Mama Lynn. We know how she is as a narcissist. We know the manipulation. And it probably is just easier to be like, whatever, have it. And Mama Lynn, I think, probably feels to an extent that Amberlynn's a lost cause. And instead of trying to fight her and play this like back and forth, because, you know, Mama Lynn tried a lot in the beginning when Amberlynn first moved to Oklahoma to like get her to lose weight. But I think Mama Lynn's kind of realized that this is Amberlynn's life. This is what it's going to be. And instead of trying to pretend like it's not, to just enjoy it. I don't know. I have mixed feelings with it.
She wants to cut all that. Girl. Yeah. So next weekend she might cut it. Yep. Are you excited?
Get a trim. I think she would look so pretty with like layers. Like the butterfly cut and everything, and like a lot of layers. She'd look beautiful with that. She has like the perfect hair for it.
Wow. Some of my gray skin, you can't really tell.
But she has good gray hair. Look, like she has the salt and pepper gray hair, which is so pretty. I love that in women.
Smart. This is 2017 Amberlynn.
Yeah, it's ugly, sorry.
Here, current Amberlynn.
It's also fucking
so
ugly.
Cute.
No,
Some
Amber.
woman just said she likes my whole vibe.
Amber, I'm so sorry. These are pity comments. And I know that because sometimes I'd be giving pity comments too. I see a downtrodden bitch that looks like, you know, she's struggling a little bit. And I'm like, girl, you look good. You know, like hyping a girl up, hyping a woman up. Those are pity comments. I hate to break it to you. She probably thinks you're, you know, struggling.
I thought that was so sweet.
I bet.
So
if it even happened.
I was genuinely thinking about getting this until I looked at the price.
Is it fake?
$52.99. Not
I mean, yeah, for a fake one, no. Get a real one.
bad, but is it worth it?
No, get a real one.
So we're standing above this river on this bridge here. There's the
You showed us this
city.
last time.
So when it gets dark, there's fireworks.
This was right before this is the same time right before she went to see, she was still talking to, she just started talking to Emily.
Coming from every angle possible. So this is where we like to go.
Y'all, is it not the most ironic, and not haha ironic, but like fucking dumb ironic, that to celebrate, like, I guess 4th of July, not so much, kind of whatever, it's fine, but like Memorial Day, you'll also do it, and it's like to celebrate the military and like veterans, like, and we'd be doing fireworks. A lot of those motherfuckers come back with PTSD, and like hearing that, which sounds like fucking explosions and gun like fire going on, sounds like a fucking war zone if you don't know what's going on. Yeah, but it's for the troops, you know? Like, I just think it's so, it's side-eye ironic.
Oh, they're already started. Thumbnail.
Oh. Amber. Okay.
Thumbnail, what's that mean?
I don't know, do you see the city?
Yeah.
I mean, I do know. Thumbnail is like for the video.
Thumbnail.
Like you can see.
Well,
Welcome to Oklahoma City. The bridge where all the fireworks are.
Oh, Amber.
oh, they can't really see them, right?
How many 4th of Julys do you think she has left?
And then pretty soon the whole bridge is going to be filled up with people. We already have some people down there. There's tons of
It's
people
pretty.
on that bridge. But pretty soon this whole one is going to be filled.
Fireworks. They're pretty, but the noise, I can't do it. I can't do it. It's really pretty though. The sky's beautiful. Damn.
Doesn't do it justice though. You know?
No, it's pretty.
It's so weird.
I feel it. I feel it.
Like, why aren't you seeing what I'm seeing?
I'm seeing it, Amberlynn. Ooh. Oh, that was cool. Okay. If I wanted to watch fireworks, I'd YouTube it.
Thank you guys so much for watching. I had an amazing 4th of July. And I hope that you guys enjoyed this vlog. And I'll see you guys in my next one.
This fucking fly is attacking me, y'all. Okay.
Sooner than you think.
Okay. Great. Alrighty. Well, that's all I have for you guys today. That was a long one. I'm going to edit this and get this out to you and then try to go to bed. But that's all I have for you guys today. If you guys liked this video, please like and subscribe. I don't really have any end remarks. I feel like I said everything I need to say in the video. Hope you all are having a good summer. Everything's going well, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!